Hello, mi amors, and welcome to this message. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium, oracle, and prophetess. It is so nice to meet you. New subscribers, welcome to the Soul Familia, to this Pillar of Light channel. And those of you guys returning, welcome back, my loves. You guys have seen the title. I don't know what's going to come through in this reading because I literally just felt called to grab the tarot and just see what comes out. So I don't have a specific like download or anything. I mean, I have a whole notebook and iPhone notes full of like downloads, but in this moment I felt called to just let the cards, like whatever, like let spirit speak through the cards. Okay. But of course I will be tuning in with the energy and channeling also. I just want to get a good shuffle. Why do I keep doing that? Interference and blockages. Okay, I'm getting like, because I keep having an issue with my cards right here. Okay, and see, right as I say that, then I get a totally perfect shuffle. Yeah, financial blocks, financial restraint, just feeling like you're out in the cold. I mean, these people are, I mean, look at them. Look at them. They're worn. They're worn out. They're tired. This is a card of scarcity, lack, poverty, being broke. This is financial constraint. But it's also like just metaphoric, like feeling out in the cold in life. Like life has been cold, you know? I saw 144. I just saw 144. This is definitely a message for, you know, the star souls here on Earth. I am getting a lot of references recently to fertility and pregnancy. Okay, so like in 2026, and you guys know, if you've been with me for like, you know, a hot minute, over the past few months, I've channeled this message a lot recently, like here and there it's come through, about the crystalline rainbow children that are meant to incarnate. And it's like a baby boom, but it's like a new earth baby boom. Just like the baby boom that happened after World War II, right? Or whatever. There was a massive baby boom, okay, which most of our grandparents were a part of. Same thing. It's a new earth baby boom. So for some of you guys, pregnancy is in the not too far future. You know, yeah. New beginnings in love, okay? New soulmates appearing out of nowhere, you know, past soulmates resurfacing, not karmic soulmates. I mean, yeah, they could, you know, but that's always a hard pass. Of course, we don't, you know, we don't go back to that. Okay. We've ascended beyond that. Right. And if this reading is for you, you already know that. Right. But I mean like divine counterparts, you know, you were in a separation, whatever. Destiny timelines, like that's what I'm, you know, receiving. I'm actually seeing, look at what came back. Right as I say destiny timelines, look what just came through. Again, I just showed Ace of Cups. But right as this popped, what I was about to say, right as this just came out, was I'm being shown a big, beautiful rainbow stretching from the ground. Like it's a full rainbow. Actually, where I live right now, it's like getting ready to, like, the storm is coming in. And so we have like the dark clouds, but then the sun pokes through, and then dark clouds, which I'm thankful for any sunshine we get, because here where I live in Northern California, like we've almost gone like a month and a half with like no sun at all, except for like a little bit the other day. And it's obviously the man-made, you know, the man-made weather. No, we'll get into that another time. But anyways, look at. So the message of today is very emotional, very happy, this is celebration. I mean, this is like soulmates coming together. Friends, family, lovers, 444 on the timer. The angels are bringing some kind of union energy here, or a meeting. There's something here very powerful about emotions overflowing. But this is also abundance. This is abundant energy. Because the Ace of Cups is self-love. It's self-love first and foremost, right? So once you come into that, you know, like where you really are like vibrating in self-love, love frequency, you'll know that you're in that vibration because you'll be so magnetic. You will be attracting like a rose. You will be attracting like a magnet when you're flowing, when your energy's flowing like this and you're in this. So for a lot of you guys, because I mean, look what came out. Obviously you're there. Doves, white doves, or just doves in general are going to be big. The universe is delivering some kind of new beginning in love. It's the Ace of Cups being delivered. I'm just channeling, so give me a moment. Look at that. I'm hearing small talk. Small talk. Small talk, but with but it's like, it comes off as like small talk, but it's like the energy is actually really, really heavy and intense. Interesting, because, you know, I wasn't expecting, well, first of all, this is just about abundant, like an abundant, it's like an abundant stream of energy that you've tapped into. And because you've tapped into that, there's fruitful energy, prosperity. Didn't I just say pregnancy too? And then the Ace of Cups came back out. And then, so again, soulmates reconciling, soulmates talking, soulmates coming together. But this also can be just like merriment, you know, friends and family, like the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. This is that vibe right here. You know, champagne, we're cheersing, everyone's having a good time. But this could also be like going out on a date, you know, going dancing. Like, I don't know, there's like all this like, I'm seeing a lot of that. Like, I keep seeing like someone being like, can we talk? You know, or someone like wanting to like ask you out or something. It's like something that is like, for some of you guys, it's something that weighs heavy on someone. Maybe you're the one who is wanting to ask someone out. Okay, but there's actually deep emotion here, actually. It's actually deep emotion. Like there's soul emotion, soul attraction that's flowing. This is like an energy of someone that they start the conversation with small talk. Like, you know, hey, how have you been? I don't know, you know. There could be like an apology here too, but definitely like for a lot of you guys, this is someone that you've already talked to. Also, I feel like for some of you guys, you asked your spirit guides for guidance. Like you've been talking to your spirit guides. So you asked your spirit guides for guidance and then they answered you through signs, synchronicities, or dreams, or maybe they literally answered you. Like if you're in communion with your guides in that way, you followed the guidance. And because you followed that guidance, this is happening now. Okay, I'm still channeling, so just bear with me. Like if you're new here, like this is how I roll. But if you guys have been here with, you guys already know. A destination, reaching the end, a goal, you made it. There's something very strongly about the heaviness, the burdens, the stress. Something that you've been carrying around with you, something that's been weighing on you. It's about to leave your life. It's leaving your life. For some of you guys, this has to do with the material world, like finances and stuff. It's like something that's just been a thorn in your side. It's going away. Okay, moving on. The 10 speaks of completion. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's like dive deeper with this now. So show me more about this Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups. There's definitely, for some of you guys, a healing conversation. there's some kind of conversation that is something about honesty. It's honest communication from the heart. It brings healing. This might just be someone like telling you something you've already known or felt, and they confirm it. Okay? I see a lot of that happening right now. So there's a lot of like, because the timelines that like we're in, it's like there's a lot of stuff being shown to us right now of, you know, how certain things are connected, why certain things happened, you know, the way they did, or whatever it is. But there's a lot of that like epiphany energy here. Oh my gosh, look. You have the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups. You guys, I mean, this was just like an open reading, and the universe wants to talk about love. You've been walking through life by yourself, carrying everything by yourself on your own, doing everything on your own, holding the world by yourself, paying all your bills by yourself, doing all the house chores by yourself, you know, like everything. For a lot of you, even if you had a partner, you still felt like you were doing everything on your own. Like the weight that you carried was way more. So you've been carrying like the weight of the world. And what I see is some kind of soulmate coming together, something, and it's extremely healing for both. So it's like by meeting each other, it releases all this heaviness, because it's someone that meets you where you're at, and it brings balance and harmony and like that kind of energy. It releases some kind of heaviness. It like heals the heaviness for both of you. You guys, oh my gosh. I literally saw, okay, wait, now I can't remember. I've been working all day since since this morning with our mystery school. Now I can't remember if I said that. If I said that or if I just thought it. But I was being shown like a huge rainbow in the beginning. Oh wait, I think I did, didn't I? I did talk about the rainbow because I talked about the Ace of Cups and then it came back out. Sorry guys, it's like psychic amnesia. It just happens for me. It just happens. Like I'm channeling, so it comes through, out, and then that's it, right? There's the rainbow. There's the freaking rainbow. It's like the rainbow sits above this right here. The rainbow sits above this right here. The rainbow sits above this right here. This is divine intervention. The rainbow. It also represents the 7 main chakras, right? 7 is a very powerful spiritual number. I mean, we got 7 days in a week. We've got, right, the 7 main chakras. We've got the 7 colors in the rainbow. Like, there's a lot like that goes to it, right? I'm seeing a lot of divine intervention right now in people's lives. Like the divine, I just did a reading like a couple days ago about like being under divine protection, but it was like the most divine supreme of the most high protection that you could possibly be under. Because of like the new beginnings and the soul connections and like everything that's coming into our lives right now, the divine forces are protecting us while this stuff integrates in, because a lot of this stuff is so powerful that the darkness doesn't want it to happen. The darkness is threatened by it. They don't want twin flames coming together. They don't want past life souls coming together. They don't want the love codes and activations of union to be activated between souls and on the land. Like, it's a major threat to them, of course, right? Even though they've already lost, but you know what I mean. So they attack. And so many star souls are extremely shielded by divine forces right now, and the divine intervention is happening. But the divine intervention that happens, it may not come through in like the best, for some it's like divine intervention, but it's something that happens. Like maybe you go to work and maybe you had like a really shady boss or something. Divine intervention might come through in the way of you being like let go from your job. And it feels like maybe an injustice to you, but really what it is, it's the angels coming through, protecting you from that environment and those people and that boss. So, it's right. It could be heavy. It could be very heavy, but it's because you're so close to your heaven on earth. You're happily ever after, your heaven on earth, your blissful life, your everything you've ever wanted. I mean, this is happily ever after. Emotional fulfillment, soulmates, marriage, family. It's just complete, like happy, content. Like life is good. Okay. So yeah, look. Look at that. Look at that. Justice and the Hierophant. Yeah, Spirit has your back big time. Spirit has your back big time because your 10 of Cups is coming in right now. That's what's materializing. That's what, has been hidden. Release frustration, release anger, release all the things like, when you hear people say everything in divine timing, like when you hear that and it makes you irritated, like, you may have a little bit of healing work to do there. Okay. A little surrender. Because really everything is obviously divine timing. It doesn't happen when we want it to. And, like all those things, like there's massive divine timing right here. The divine has intervened in your love life. The divine has intervened. They're bringing forth justice. That's another thing I talked about in that protection reading. It was like, there's so much protection around you. And then anyone that like is trying to bring any kind of darkness to you or whatever, they're receiving instant karma because of the divine intervention. It's high level spiritual stuff here. High level spiritual soul connections, high level, love, high frequency abundance. Like you tapped into this like fountain that's just like pouring into you now. The floodgates have opened. This could also represent marriage. This is like long-term partnership. This could represent divine masculine higher self. This is spiritual leadership though. So it looks like you're meant to come into divine partnership. It may not happen right now. For a lot of you guys, it's integrating in now though. And Spirit just is like, have your heart open because the universe knows what it's doing. The person that arrives or that comes in, it may not be the person that, maybe you started watching tarot for, or the person who activated your awakening, or whatever it is. But the universe always knows best. There's definitely someone here that has a lot of love to give to you. A lot of love they want to give to you, or that they will be giving to you. But it's because you can hold space for that because you found that kind of love within yourself. The Hierophant. You're a powerful spiritual leader. You're very, very like, the divine knows who you are, the universe, and they know who you are and how powerful you are and why you're here. So they're doing everything they can to make this happen. It's like a lot of you guys, your divine partnership, it has a lot to do with the new earth and leadership energy of new earth. So of course the universe wants that to happen because it's like you and your person are meant to be together for, you know, what's coming in the coming years and in 2026. Okay, let's keep going. Where are we at? 19 minutes. Look at that, 2 of Wands. Looking out to the future. Visualizing, leaving something behind, right? Grabbing onto the Ace of Wands and like realizing like I hold my world in my hands. Like I can make my world whatever I want it to be. It also represents like, again, I hold the world. I hold the world. Okay, looking out to the future, looking out to new horizons. This is all about planning, manifesting, using your heart, your third eye, and like, you know, visualizing the things that you desire and that you're passionate about. Spirit wants you guys to really hone in, like really focus a lot, like take time to focus on your life, you know, like the first 6 months of 2026, like, or a year from now, from the solstice, December 21st, 2026, from right now to next year. In 1 year, on this day, a year from now, where do you see your life? Where do you see yourself living? You know, who are you with? What are you doing? You know, what do you feel? What are you happy? Like all the things. Okay, but you don't even have to go that far. You could literally just do like the first 6 months or whatever. But there's something very strong about spiritual, about your future, and tuning in with your spiritual role and mission and work. And then also just visualizing, you know, your life right now in a big way. Because also a lot of the things that you have been visualizing over the past however long, those things are coming into fruition now. And so Spirit's like, okay, those things that you were asking for, those are arriving. So now we want you to like keep that ball rolling, like keep manifesting, keep the things arriving, keep that, you know what I mean? Okay. Let's get some oracle cards. No, I don't want to use this. What am I doing? Hold on. All right. Okay, so let me look down at the cards. Let me channel more of this energy here. There is, I'm very drawn, like seeing these cards, the river flowing, see the river flowing. And then we have, right, the flowing. Okay, there's something here about the water, like water alchemy. Working with water alchemy when you're visualizing and manifesting right now. Literally visualizing rivers, streams flowing to you, full of all of your heart's desires, all of the money, all of your blessings, and then like using the water elements and infusing your prayers with the water frequency. You know, seeing and visualizing it wrapped in water, infusing it with water. There's something very powerful about the water. Like right now, use fire to transmute and then use use water to manifest. If that feels right for you. But also, it's like what I said about like you tapped into this stream of energy. So there's a stream of abundant energy literally flowing to you. You're going to be like so happy. Spirit's like, start acting as if, like wake up, like, you know, wake up tomorrow, like you're the love of your, like wake up as if like you're waking up next to the love of your life, right? Count your blessings, allow yourself to feel the joy of celebration and, you know, just, oh my gosh, like there's something about that. Like they're like, you know, the 3D world could be so heavy. Oh my God, look, divine intervention. What did I say? What did I say? And literally, you guys, they came out together. Thank you, Ashtar. Thank you, Matt. Divine intervention. And then Commander Ashtar, he speaks of leadership activation. What did I say? Spiritual leadership. See? You guys know I'm not like, as an oracle, I'm not I mean, I know how to read the cards, but I'm not a card reader. I tune into the frequency and the energy and everything else, and then I channel from that. And then the cards pretty much, right? But I did come in with like just open, like whatever, you know, but that's what I was getting, was a strong leadership. And, you know, cosmic love coming together, and these new earth leaders. Like, you guys are a power couple. This is a power couple. She's powerful. He's powerful. They're both strong. They both are motivated. They're both hardworking. They're both, you know, very deep. They both are very, you know, psychic, very everything. It's like you've moved into this space of life where you are receiving everything you've ever wanted, everything you've ever wanted. But you have to have your heart open. Not just say it, like, you really have to have your heart open and know how deserving and worthy you are. Okay. This is about moving into the year of the horse and stepping into your role as a new earth leader. That's what I said about planning and, you know, all that. So he says it's time to evolve. Trust in your ability to guide others. This is crazy too, because this morning in our Circle of Light gathering, which is our sacred Magdalene Isis mystery school, it's for men and women. If you guys want to join us, you can join at any time. When you sign up, you're signing up for 4 Sundays of gathering. So it's like 4 weeks. So for the 4 weeks, it's 111. That's the price. But this mystery school we're doing the same stuff that we did in ancient times. And today we tapped into some really powerful stuff. And we talked a lot today, in particular, about new earth leadership and stepping into our roles. And but we're talking about 2026 and preparation, and, you know, preparing for certain events or things, or, you know what I mean? So it's wonderful because we're all high frequency. We're all super tuned in, and we are bouncing ideas off of each other. We're having like high level frequency discussions. Everyone's suggestions are valued and important. Like, we all have our ideas of leadership and what to do and what we need to do, or it's just so cool. But this is it. It's like we're moving into 2026. We're no longer at the place, for a lot of people, but not everyone, obviously. Like, some people, they're meant to kind of be guided under our leadership until they themselves are ready to become the leader. But a lot of us here in this message right now, right, or on my channel, like, you're ready for the next level of leadership. It's time to evolve. Trust in your ability to guide others. Trust in your ability to guide others. And then we have Maat, weighing up your options, divine intervention, choose the highest good. See, a lot of you guys, that's what you're doing. You know, weighing up options, you know, and then you choose the highest good, right? I'm going to put these down. But it's like what I said about divine intervention. For a lot of souls, it's like, what do I do? What do I do? I go back and forth. I go back and forth. The universe basically kind of got like tired of us in a lot of ways. Like, it's like you've had month after month, day after day, like, you've had time to let this go. You haven't let it go. You know it's not serving you. I'm fed up, so I'm going to send in the tower. And that's what a lot of people were experiencing over, you know, in 2025, was that, like, but also right now, there's decisions or choices being made, or that will be made. And it's like, not maybe easy choices to make, but it's a choice that you make from the heart and the soul, and you go within and you go into your heart and you go, this is how you make the choice. Is this for the highest and greatest good of myself and all, for the we? If it's not in the highest good of me and all, then it's a no. It's a hard pass. Right? Okay. let's get a message from Kyle Gray's, I don't know. But anyways, this is an interesting message. So absolutely, there's divine intervention happening, both protection and bringing in these blessings. But Spirit is literally telling me over and over and over again, like, Erica, like, tell them to have their hearts open. Tell them to have faith and trust. There's something about resistance. It's like, it's, okay, thank you, Spirit. This is the analogy. Speaking of Christmas, it's like a child on Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas. Remember when you were little? I remember. We were excited and giddy and like we couldn't wait for, I mean, Christmas Eve was awesome too, but like Christmas morning, like, you know, Santa was coming and like we got to leave out cookies and like, I mean, we were just like, me and my brothers were like, oh my gosh, like, you know. So there's this feeling, this knowing of, I know it's coming. I'm so excited. I know it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to receive my presents and my gifts. Okay. My presents and my gifts. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay. I can feel it. Okay. But like also as children, remember sometimes, I don't know, we did this like where we would be like, oh, I'm going to try to stay awake. And my parents would go, if you don't go to sleep, Santa's not going to come. Santa knows when you're awake. Right? That's what they would tell us. So it was like this, like weighing up our options as a kid where, you know, we would be like, well, you know, we want to see Santa though, but if we don't go to sleep, then he's not going to come, you know? Okay. So it's like this excitement. I know it's coming. I can feel it. I'm excited. But then, you know, it's like, you kind of like, there's pieces of control, right? So obviously, long story short, we never stayed up all night. We would always fall asleep. Children just fall asleep. You know, and of course, Santa always came, right? So my point is that there's something about like, you can feel it. It's an anticipation. It's not like you're waiting for anything. It's an anticipation of it because we feel energy before anything else. Like we can feel it before we see it, before anything else, right? We feel it. So there's something about letting your heart be open because you are indeed feeling everything. Sorry guys, hold on. You are feeling everything. Oh my gosh, hold on. 1 second. Sorry, I have my phone like propped up. And then anyways, my cards that are like in the holder that it's, anyways, we're all good now. Anyways, keep your heart open and believe in the magic. Believe in the magic because that's like what the Matrix does. It shuts us down from magic and from the infinite energy that we are, right? So as you reawaken and all of that energy starts flowing again, right? We are literally reprogramming our mind in the subconscious, right? So there's definitely moments where life, the 3D, gets too heavy. Things happen abruptly out of nowhere. It's heavy. And then it starts weighing you down. And then it starts, you know, making you like doubtful of it or whatever, even though on a soul level, you know, that's not the case. So there's something very strong here. And you guys right now, I'm telling you, okay, this is another thing that we did in our mystery school this morning is we did some really powerful banishing and rebuking. Powerful. Because of the up level, the upgrade, because of this and this, it's like, because you're literally now in that timeline where this is possible to happen, where this is like coming towards you, or maybe already has, or it's about to, right? The darkness starts hitting you harder and harder and harder. And that's why there's such powerful divine protection also. Okay. But not everyone is under that divine protection that I was talking about in my reading the other day. Like that was for a large group, but a specific group of souls. And yeah, I think a lot of you guys are here that connects to. But, you know, I have to be honest, this is a collective reading as always, and it's not going to be for every single person. We always want to make sure we're just shielding ourselves, cleansing ourselves irregardless, right? But if you are the one who's like in this, like you're about to receive all this and like this is happening for you, then there could be a possibility of that dark, you know, that darkness attacking. You know, I just started like, I just don't consent to it. Like, I mean, meaning like, I don't consent to timelines or a reality anymore where that stuff exists. Because in New Earth, that stuff doesn't exist. The only reason that stuff has been here on Earth is because of, you know, the infiltration on Earth, and because we're transmuting that infiltration out, you know, and so it's desperately clinging and clawing and trying to hold on to anything it can or anyone it can to siphon the energy and power and life force. So anyways, you know, and sometimes it's like it's always darkest before the dawn. So we get hit the hardest a lot of the times and tested the most right before the breakthrough, right before the Ace of Cups shows up, right? Like that kind of stuff. All right, let's get one more. Solar plexus, it's the solar light upgrade. Your solar plexus chakra, your inner fire, and your willpower. There you go. This is that leadership energy for sure. It's about your power though, feeling like you are so, like your solar plexus is receiving so many activations, so much power right now. And it's infusing you with this willpower, this inner passion, this fire, this drive, this bravery, this boldness to go after things, to get things done, to start projects, to, you know, to have the power and like confidence to trust your inner, you know, leadership, like all that stuff. So they're like, lean into your inner fire, lean into your willpower right now. Okay, it might like your willpower could be something as simple as like, I really need to cut like sugar out, or I need to stop eating ice cream, or you know what I mean, for example. And then you go, it's like, you know, the nighttime and you're watching a movie and then all of a sudden you're like, ice cream sounds so good right now, right? And then like your higher self is like, you know, like we're detoxing from the sugar right now, you know, and then it's up to your willpower and your free will, right? To be strong enough to be like, no, right? So that's just like one little like silly example, but I know that's probably for someone, it's literal. I know for me, I mean, I'm not like a ton of sugar person anyways, but I'm definitely like, I'm trying to cut out like refined sugar, like in a big way right now. So, anyways, yeah, so there's something about that, like faith over fear. Okay. And then look at that, the halls of learning. Yeah, you've been walking through the halls of learning, right? Okay, your spirit guides have been walking you through these initiations, through the halls of learning, like, you know, you may also literally like astral travel. You may see a place like this that you go to and visit in your dreams. You may astral travel, or in meditation. For me, this is very similar. For those of you guys who have done Akashic sessions with me, you'll know what I mean when I say this. But the sacred cathedral that we astral travel to, the inside looks very similar to this actually, and it's the Akashic Hall, the Akashic records. But it's your spirit guides, confirmation and great lessons. This is confirmation of the great lessons that you have conquered. But your spirit guides are also bringing forth these messages of like, just how incredible you truly are. And I think that's a big part of the message here is it's really easy to say things, but it's a whole nother thing actually believing things, right? And what I mean by that is like, you know, I love myself. Of course I love myself. I love myself. People say it all the time. But there's a lot of times when like I see it being said, or I see someone post something about self-love on Instagram and the energy doesn't match with the post. The words and the energy don't match. For me as an energy reader, oracle and stuff, right? I'm like, you're talking about self-love, but the energy of self-love is not radiating from you whatsoever. There's actually a lot of lack of self-love. None of us are perfect. We all have our stuff. But my point is that it's very easy. Talk is cheap. It's very easy to say words, but to actually feel them and believe them, that's totally different. So there's something about not just saying affirmations, not just listening to affirmations, but literally speaking to yourself and about your future and about your life right now in the most powerful, beautiful way. Right now, it's like the end gateway of the 12/12 portal, solstice, you know, all this magic is flowing around. We're moving into Capricorn season. I mean, Capricorn season, literally, Capricorn is like material realm. It could be a lot of things, but for me, it's very strong right now of the like financial prosperity, grounded action, strength in the, you know, being very grounded and stabilized in the 3D realm. And that's all the stuff that's coming into you and coming into many of us right now, right? So allowing ourselves to be like, you know what? Like, I am so deserving. I am so worthy. I have been through so effing much. Not just in this lifetime, but in all my lifetimes. I've been preparing for this in all my lifetimes. Like, I deserve this. I freaking deserve this. I am so deserving. I am so worthy. I am so strong. I am so full of love. I look out to my future and I see beautiful light and happiness and my dream home and my safest space with my beautiful family. Like, okay, like really, really, really get into it, Meal Mars, and allow yourself and your heart to just open to it and feel it. Because I'm telling you right now, me, like you guys know me, you can't get nothing past me. So even on a collective scale, as I tune in and scan the energy and I feel it, that's why this is coming up, is because a lot of people, they convince themselves of it. I'm worthy. I love myself. I love my inner child. I'm happy. I think that's like a big one that like a lot of people, oh, I'm happy. I'm living my best life. But on the inside, that's not true at all. You know what I mean? It's like things like that, right? So, and I'm not saying you guys, you feel me, you feel me. So literally it's like, please open up your heart, have that confidence and willpower, like know that this is happening because it's a match to you and because you're deserving of it. All right. So I'm leaving it here. I love you guys. Let me know how this connects with you and everything. I know this was kind of like all over the place and there was a lot that came through. But definitely, I mean, the big points is definitely like you've been in a preparation for this moment of receiving all of this beautiful energy. You're definitely, like, you've tapped into a stream of a timeline where the abundance is flowing to you like a river. But you have to have your heart open to receive that flow of energy. Like I'm literally like, see my, okay, it's flowing. The river's flowing into my chest, into my heart, okay? So visualize that, even like visualize the river of blessings flowing into your heart. And you're just like receiving it all. So, okay guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all the things, Happy Solstice, Happy Capricorn season. I just wanted to record this real fast, and I'm going to, I think, upload it real quick and then finish uploading the last couple of readings that I need to finish uploading. So anyways, you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you, my loves. And I will see you again soon with more messages. Mwah. Bye.